Hey y'all, and welcome to the very first episode of Cooking with V. I'm your host, V. On today's episode, we're going to be making one simple dish, and I absolutely love it. It's rich, it's hearty, and it's perfect for this fall season. Also, it's a recipe that my mom passed down to me. We have 7 ingredients, and guess what? This will feed a family of 4 to 6 in under $20. In this bowl, I have a 1-pound package of frozen hash browns. Now, they come now seasoned or unseasoned. I prefer the unseasoned, but if you want just a little bit more kick, go ahead, feel free. Get the bag that has the seasoning already in it. We have 1 pound bag of shredded sharp cheese, Wegmans. You can use whatever brand you like. I suggest getting whatever is on sale. Cheese is cheese. We have 1 onion. Now the original recipe calls for a small onion. I didn't have any on hand. That's okay. If you have an onion this size, just cut it in half, use half, throw the other half away. Remember, whatever onion you do not use, do not stick it back in the refrigerator because it becomes toxic and it's not good after you cut it, peel it, and stick it in the refrigerator. So just discard any onion that you do not use. We have 1 can of cream of onion soup. We have 1 pound, 16-ounce container of sour cream. We have 1 can here of cream of chicken soup, and on my stove, I've already prepped for my butter. Now, again, the original recipe that was given to me from my mom called for a half a stick. Honey, we love butter up around this house. So I always use 1 stick of butter. Again, this dish is very simple to make. The prep time is 10 minutes max. The cooking time is an hour, and this again was given to me by my mom about 20 years ago. I was just getting my feet wet when it was coming to me getting into the kitchen. My mom is a chef. I do not claim to be a chef, but I enjoy cooking. And as you can see, I enjoy eating as well. So all we're gonna really do is mix everything together. We're gonna saute the onion. But before we do that, we're going to start putting our ingredients in the bowl. So we're going to start with our bag of sharp cheddar cheese. I'm going to try to open it. Woo, Wegmans does a good job. I think I have an assistant somewhere. I need somebody with some muscle to help me. Woo, this is tough. Guess who's standing by? My wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous son, Cam. All right.
It is pretty tough.
Now this dish here, it's funny because I told him that this was going to be the dish that I was going to make for the very first episode. And he said, Ma, make sure you make a lot. He loves this. This is an absolute hit. And this dish is very versatile, meaning you can make this just standalone for breakfast. You can make this for a brunch. It's nighttime here in Rochester, so we're going to make this as a side dish for our supper. So we're going to start putting our ingredients all together. So go ahead, Cam. Okay. So,
You got your cream of onions.
got cream of onion soup,
Yep.
cream of chicken soup.
Can't forget it.
Can't forget that. And guess what? They're making cans so nifty now where you just need to pull the tab versus having to find a can opener, going through your drawer, yada yada.
Stories we have with those.
Absolutely. We're going to bring over our sour cream and our onion. Okay? So my son started to put the cheese in, but I'm going to take over. And I'm going to put the rest of the cheese. Again, sharp cheddar cheese is what you want. I'm just going to move this over because I have to start sauteing my onion. So again, I'm using a large onion, and I'm just going to cut it in half and use half the onion. And remember, whenever you are cutting onions, vegetables, whatever, make sure that you're not using the same board as you would your meats, okay? So I peeled the onion, and I'm going to cut it lengthwise. Oh yeah, nice thin. It's easier to saute that way. Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh, you can smell that onion. I'm just going to step over, put it in the pan that I've already prepped with the butter, okay? While that is sauteing, I'm going to add my cream of onion soup. Ooh, it's okay if it splatters a little bit. Pull my board out. Oh, look at that. Now the reason for the onion sauteing and the butter, partially, it just makes it even richer and so much better, but also it'll make it so much easier to stir. These hash browns are pretty thick. Now I'm going to add my cream of chicken soup. And some may say cream of chicken, but understand, cream of chicken or chicken broth, anything chicken that's liquefied will give your recipe, your dish, an even richer taste. And put that aside. Now we're going to add the sour cream, if I can get it open. My Hercules has left the building momentarily. Alrighty. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, once this is done and everything is mixed together and it's finally finished, you are just absolutely going to feel like you just went to heaven with this dish. I'm telling you, it is just so rich and so delicious, and I cannot tell you, the 20 years that I have made it, my family has just absolutely loved it. So now we're just waiting for our onions to saute with the butter. All right. So here we are sauteing our onions, and again, I use a whole stick of butter, though the recipe that my mom gave me said a half, but we just love some butter up around this house. And you don't want to cook them too soft, because remember, this is going to go in the oven for an hour. So these onions are going to continue cooking. So you don't want, really mushy, unflavorful onions. So this is really about done. They're a little soft, but not extremely tender. See how I can just cut through them with a spoon? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to turn this off, and we're going to pour this over the mixture with the soups, with the cheese, with the sour cream, and stir it all up and get it ready to pop it in the oven. All right, so we're going to pour all of this gloriousness. I tell you, there is nothing like the taste of butter in your dishes or dish. I'm going to just put this aside. Now remember again, this is really hard to stir for the simple fact that the hash browns are really thick. But that's where this butter comes in. It loosens everything and it's nice and hot. Oh, look at that just coming together. You want to mix everything really well, because once you stick it in the oven, you're not going to mix this. You're just going to stick it in, be done, and an hour later, you're going to pop it out. Look at that just coming together. Oh, wow. I wish you could just smell what's going on in this house. as I said before, I'm pairing it tonight as a side for dinner. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of gal. Honey, I will not go to a restaurant and order no body salad. Give me some meat and potatoes and I am all good. So I've had a roast, top round roast, and I will show you that recipe coming up in another episode. But I had this wonderful top round roast that I've been cooking for over 12 hours. So my husband said to me the other day, he's tired of potatoes, regular potatoes, because I make a potato dish at least once or twice a week because they're so versatile. And I figured this would be absolutely perfect. So in my roast, I did not put any carrots in there or, you know, your original roast recipes that call for potatoes. This is going to be our meat and potato pairing for this evening. Oh, look at that, how it's just coming together. And again, if you don't have the time to pull it out 15-20 minutes out the freezer prior to, just use a mallet to mash up gently your bag. Oh, look at that. Gently mash up your bag of your hash browns, because if you don't, it's going to be even tougher to mix it. This looks really, really good. All right. Now, we are just about ready to put this in our pan and pop it in the oven. I have already preheated the oven to 375. It's nice and warm. And hunty, yes, this oven is waiting for this pan to go in. Ungreased pan will work best. Casserole pan I have here, and this was a gift from my father last year for Christmas, and I cannot tell you how often I use this and how much I just absolutely love it. But any baking pan will work. Yes, we got to get all that goodness in there. Ooh, look at that. And again, this right here will feed easily a family of 4 to 6. Whether it's a standalone dish or you can even stretch it if you want to do it as a side. This is a very popular dish to have at your own brunch or to bring to a brunch. And this is also something that you can do ahead of time, meaning you can prep this the night before. Put saran wrap on it, put it in a refrigerator, and then just pop it in the oven in the morning. It's very simple, but I tell you, this is the best thing ever, especially for this fall season. It's rich, it's thick, it's delicious. All right, we got that in there. I'm just going to take a paper towel. I'm just going to wipe the sides here. Because I did not use a spray or any butter, I'm trying not to get too much crust around my dish. So here we go. We have this dish, and we're now going to just pop it in the oven. Again, that's been preheated to 375. Wait for an hour, because this goodness is about to start happening. All right, so we placed it in our baking dish. I here, again, have a casserole dish that my father gave me for Christmas. We're going to just pop that in. Remember, I've already preheated my oven to 375. As long as you mix it well in the bowl, once you stick that bad boy in the oven, you can just literally set it and forget it, okay? But make sure you look at the time when you put it in. Depending on your oven, if you know that 375 is more 360, then turn it up a little bit. if you know that your $3.75 is truly $3.75, you may want to check it 45 minutes in just to make sure that everything is just cooking well and that you're not overcooking it. But I guarantee you, this dish right here is an absolute fail safe. You cannot mess up this dish unless you undercook it or you burn it. But other than that, you didn't need any seasonings, a pinch of this or a dash of that. All you needed was to mix those 7 wonderful ingredients together. Pop it in the oven. Again, set it, forget it, come back. And let me tell you something. Once this bad boy is done, we're going to show you the heaven that we have just created. All right, we are ready to open up this goodness. It's been an hour. Ooh, you see my glasses steaming up? Yes, glory, honey, glory. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely perfect. Crispy brown top crust. Oh, can I say glory one more time? Again, we started with 7 simple ingredients, and look at this. Look at this beauty right here. Can you see this, y'all? Oh my goodness. A beautiful golden crisp top. Now we're just going to dig in. And remember, this right here will serve easily a family of 4 to 6. And again, this is very versatile. You can have this dish standalone. If you want to add some fruit for a breakfast, beautiful. If you just want to do this for a brunch, you can have your eggs, your ham, your bacon, your sausage on the side. If you want to spark this up, cut up a good 7 pieces of bacon, fry it, and just add it into the mixture. I tell you, this is a very versatile dish. But for tonight, it's meat and potatoes night. So no, not the traditional potatoes. This wonderful hash brown delight dish, along with a nice tossed salad and roast, slow cooked. So we're just going to dig right in and add this. Oh, look at this. Oh, I wish that y'all were here. Look at that ooey gooiness. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yes, take the wheel. And we are just going to add this to our plate that is waiting with our roast and salad. Okay, tonight is meat and potato night, but with just a little variation. This potato dish is actually a hash brown delight dish. It's ooey gooey, comfort food. Takes an hour in the oven, 375, 7 simple ingredients. But instead of your regular baked potato or cut up potatoes or whatever, this gives you just a little kick to it. The sour cream in this dish, the onions, the onion soup, the cream of chicken soup, everything just gives it a pop, a wow, and it is just so tasty and perfect, like I said earlier, for this fall season. Let's take a little taste. Now, I just took it out the oven, so it is extremely hot. So excuse me, I have to blow just a little bit. You get the crunchiness from the hash browns, the pop with the sour cream, and the soups. Oh my goodness, it just makes it so rich, so delicious. And again, I paired it with this roast that I've been slow cooking literally for over 12 hours. So this hash brown delight, again, it's not just for brunches, but you can do this for a brunch, or you can just do it for a breakfast. Add a little bit of your favorite strawberries, grapes, melons. Have it stand alone. Make it as a morning meal or an evening meal, or like I've just done, Pair it with something that you slow cooked. This roast is absolutely delicious. And again, I cannot tell you how good it smells up in this house, okay? And this right here, this hash brown delight, it will be a favor pleaser for sure. Whether you make it at home or you bring it to a function, people will be raving about this. Thank you, Mom, for giving me this recipe 20 years ago. 2 decades later, we're still going strong. It's still delicious. And again, you can add rosemary or basil or bacon, whatever you want to it. But this is just the simple steps to this hash brown delight. Again, thank you so much. If you're not cooking with love, you're just not cooking. Till next time.